everyone, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year. In this video, we are going to be going over my January bullet journal setup. Before we get started though, I want to remind you to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So to get started on my setup, we're going to go over the cover page. For the cover page, I actually used acrylic paint for the first time. So I got this kind of dark red color actually at the Dollar Tree, and then I'm using a straight line paintbrush, and I'm just going to make a square shape in the middle of my bullet journal page. I really wanted to stick with this color, and I'm just going to keep it simple. So I'm going to make the square shape in this paint color, and then I'll let it dry, and then we're going to write some calligraphy like Happy New Year in it to welcome in the new year for our January cover page. So I'm just going to keep using my paintbrush and filling in the square shape with the paint and let it dry. These new acrylograph pens from Archer and Olive, and I'm going to use the white color and a thicker tip to write Happy New Year 2021. So these are like paint pens, so you have to shake them up, and they took me a while to get used to, especially drawing on something that was paint since I painted the base. I made it a little scratchy by accident at first, but just make sure you load up your pen a lot, and maybe just do a couple of coats too, that way the color really comes through. So throughout this whole journal setup, I'm actually going to be only using the acrylograph markers in both, I believe, 0.3 and 0.7 marker tips. So I'm using the thicker white paint now to do New Year, and then I'm going to use a thinner tip to do Happy and 2021, and then I will add January into the corner just so I know what month it is, just in case. Now that the cover page is done, we're going to add in our monthly calendar. So I'm using this acrylograph marker again, but in a color that was supposed to be similar to the color that I used on my cover page, like a dark red color according to the swatch, but it ended up coming out kind of like a dark purple, which is fine, but it's not exactly what I wanted for this layout, unfortunately, but I just kept using it anyway, just so I can get used to the markers. So for the calendar, I'm just making a long rectangle to put in my days of the week, and then I'm just going to fill that in with the paint marker, and then I will write in all of my days on the right side to add any special events, as well as the numbers in the calendar. calendar, I'm going to be using a darker yellow acrylograph marker, and this is the color scheme that I'm going to use throughout the rest of the journal, which is this red, purple, and yellow color scheme. So I'm just going to add in all of the numbers for the calendar for the month of January, and then as always I will just add in a place to write in my goals and my tasks for this month. And then my journal wouldn't be complete without some washi tape, so wherever there's a lot of blank space, I like to add washi tape, and I have this Happy New Year gold tape, and then I'm just going to use that throughout the journal with some different purple and yellow colors, sometimes some blue colors to add in some brightness. So we're going to add in our washi tape and then move into the weekly layouts. So for this setup, I didn't have like a specific theme. I did have colors that I stuck with, but like in the past I've done different things, like you may stick with leaves the whole time and flowers the whole time, but this time I didn't use any objects in my theme because I just couldn't really find any inspiration this month, and I just wanted to keep it simple. So I just used the new markers that I got and tried out some different layouts. So for the first week of January, this is a spread that I go to often where I just make these long rectangles for my days, and then I write the day of the week on the side of them and the number in the bottom right corner. And then I like putting all of my trackers on the same page as my weekly layouts, which others may not do. You may use a whole page if you would like, but I just think it's more convenient to have it all there on the same page. So I just added some gold dots around the page to add some depth, and then I'm using the dark yellow color acrylograph to just add in my trackers. So the circles I will fill in for any daily tasks that I do, and then I make some bar graphs for my sleep and mood, and then you of course have to have a to-do list for the week and some washi tape. For my second week, I'm going to do a horizontal layout. So I normally go back and forth each week between a horizontal and vertical layout. So I did vertical first, and now I'm going to do horizontal first. So for this one, I'm going to just make some horizontal lines with that yellow acrylograph marker, and I'm going to lay out spaces. I normally keep 7 spaces in my boxes. That's enough space for me to add in my different tasks and to write about my day at the end of the day. So I'm just going to space those out and add each line enough lines for every day of the week. And then I'll do the other half on the right page, and then I'm going to use the purple acrylograph marker to add in some small rectangles where I will add the day and numerical day as well. So I'm just going to fill those in, and then using another marker I will write in the day and the numerical, and then I will add in my trackers as well. I do like how this layout turned out. I think it's just pretty simple, but it's like really nice and neat. So I may use this layout more often in the future. For my next layout, I liked the crisp yellow lines on the layout before, so I wanted to do that again, but in a vertical layout. But first I'm going to draw out the day of the week using the purple acrylograph marker. So I'm writing out Monday in a calligraphy style, and I will write in all of the days of the weeks in a line to fill up both pages, and then I will use the yellow acrylograph marker to make some vertical rectangles to write in my tasks. And then I'm just using a ruler to make sure that my lines are nice and straight. I did have some difficulty because it's a paint marker and I'm not used to it, it would seep underneath the ruler a little bit, or I wasn't pressing down on the ruler hard enough. So I did have some seepage, but it still looks fine. And then I used a gold marker to add in the days of the weeks. For this one, I really love the washi tape on this journal. I love the yellow and the blue coffee cups together. I just thought it stood out well and looked really nice. Similar to the last layout, now I'm just going to make some small rectangles or squares, but probably rectangles because I don't believe my sides were even. So for this one, I wanted to try sticking to just one page. Normally I will fill up both pages with my days of the week, but I'm experimenting. So I made some small boxes with the yellow acrylograph marker, and I'm just making enough for each day of the week, and then I will use the purple marker, sticking with the theme, to add in the days and the numbers. To keep adding in all of my trackers just like in my previous weeks, but since I stuck the days of the week to just one page, I now have this second page with a lot more room to add things. So after I added my trackers and my to-do list, I added some washi tape, and in such a way so that I was kind of separating the trackers from the top of the page. So I added in some tape, and then I decided to write up a quote that I found by Albert Einstein. finally, we have made it to my last weekly layout for January. So for this one, I'm going back to vertical rectangles, but instead of writing the long name at the top, I'm going to try something different. So after I space out all of these lines, and I didn't make boxes either, I just made some straight lines, which I thought looked nice. So I'm just going to add in all of those, enough for 7 days, and then I'm going to get out some stencils to add in my days of the week. So since I can't draw perfect circles and I wanted to look decent, I got out these stencils that I have, and I tried to use a small circle and fill it in while it was still in the stencil, but it bled through. So you live and you learn. So then I covered it up with a larger circle. So then for the rest, I learned my lesson and I just outlined the circle and the stencil, removed the stencil, and then filled in each circle with my purple acrylograph marker. So I went ahead and filled those in, and then I will use my gold brush pen that I've been using throughout the layout to add in some abbreviations for the days of the week and the numbers as well. washi tape, but I often forget to use these stickers that I have lying around. So I pulled some stickers out and I grabbed this blue, it looks like a post-it note, but it's actually just a full-blown sticker. So I put that on to act as a background for some other stickers. And since it is New Year's, I found some champagne stickers that I had and pulled the backing off of that and placed it onto the blue background. That way it stuck out a bit more. And that's really it for this weekly layout. Was definitely my favorite part of the journal just because I love the red paint color that I used. I really wish the acrylograph markers that I used would have been the same color, but it's okay. I did discover some new designs that I came up with and liked and may use in the future. So let me know what layout was your favorite in the comments, and if there's any themes that you would like me to do in the future, let me know below too. So thank you for joining me, everyone, and Happy New Year.